Good morning, everybody. The committee meets this morning to receive testimony from the Director of Central Intelligence. We also want to get an assessment from both of our witnesses this morning.
Mr. Chairman, last year when we appeared in open session, we told the committee that bin Laden and the al-Qaida network were the most immediate and serious threat that the country faced. This remains true today despite an enormous amount of progress we have made in Afghanistan and in disrupting the network elsewhere in the world. Although the September 11th attack suggests that al-Qaida and other terrorist groups will continue to use conventional weapons, one of our highest concerns is their stated readiness to attempt unconventional attacks against us. Terrorist groups worldwide have ready access to information on chemical, biological, and even nuclear weapons through open sources. Tehran also failed to move decisively against al-Qaida. With regard to Iraq, Mr. Chairman, a number of points. Saddam has craftily responded to our progress in Afghanistan with a political and diplomatic charm offensive. He's carefully cultivating neighboring states, drawing them into economically dependent relationships in the hopes of further undermining their support for sanctions. The profits he gains from these relationships provide him the means to reward key supporters and, more importantly, to fund his pursuit of weapons of mass destruction. His calculus is never about bettering or helping the Iraqi people. I want to be clear about this. Saddam remains a threat. He is determined to thwart UN sanctions, press ahead with weapons of mass destruction, and resurrect the military force he had before the Gulf War. 17.6% increase in defense spending.
Do you have any evidence that Saddam Hussein or his agents played a role in the September 11th terrorist attacks, or that he has links to al-Qaida?
Well, as I note in my statement, there's no doubt that there have been contacts and linkages to the al-Qaida organization. As to where we are on September 11th, the jury's out. And as I said carefully in my statement, it would be a mistake to dismiss the possibility of state sponsorship, whether Iranian or Iraqi, and we'll see where the evidence takes us. But I want you to think about al-Qaida as a front company that mixes and matches its capabilities. The distinctions between Sunni and Shia that have traditionally divided terrorist groups are not distinctions you should make anymore.
I must tell you that I think it's important that we begin to spend a lot of time on this subject and try as best we can to inform the American people and others of the consequences of a significant military action to take out Saddam Hussein. Other avenues diplomatically in the end failed.